What's going on, everyone? I'm back and I'm going to be filming another voiceover type video with a ton of information. The video I'm going to be doing today is the city that is just filled with abandoned luxury and supercars. They scatter the streets and they are left all over. I think it's something a little different from my channel, but I think you guys are going to enjoy it a lot. It's so odd that this happens. I never understood why, but today I'm going to be telling you stories about it, why it happens, and some crazy pictures of cars that are worth millions of dollars that are just abandoned on the side of the road, neglected. So before I jump into this video, please follow all my social media links below. They're also in the description, and also check out my Patreon. It's a donation site that helps me out the most. If you donate, you get a reward, so please check that out. That keeps my videos going. But without further ado, let's hop into this video. This is the city that is filled with abandoned luxury cars. Most large cities will have to tackle problems like unemployment, crime, and housing issues, but Dubai's surplus of abandoned luxury cars has become such an epidemic that it's made international headlines across the world. According to the newspaper Gulf News, there are some 2,000 to 3,000 abandoned cars each and every year in Dubai, simply discarded and left by their owners to gather dust in the searing desert heat. The director of Dubai's waste management department says that some of the cars are eventually moved and impounded if they obstruct roads or have an impact on safety, but others are left as they were, sometimes for years before they're even recovered. Some cars, including the $1 million Enzo Ferrari, has sparked fury on social media, with many assuming that the hyper-wealthy citizens of Dubai are so rich and so numb to the value of things that they own that they simply leave the car when they're bored and get another. However, one of the primary reasons that so many expensive luxury cars end up abandoned is due to Dubai's struggle in the face of the effects of the global financial crisis, along with plunging oil prices. Many of the cars belong to foreign expats who travel to cities like Dubai in search of high-flying careers, but who struggled when the UAE came upon hard times. In the case of the Enzo Ferrari owner, he was allegedly a British expat who abandoned not just his car, but his entire life in Dubai after defaulting on the Supercars finance payments and fleeing the city to avoid imprisonment. Throughout the past 5 or 6 years, luxury cars including Ferraris, Koenigsegg's, and pricey BMWs have all been abandoned as their owners flee bankruptcy brought on by financial crisis. Just a quick interruption, I can't fathom that these cars are worth this money and they just get left like this. I mean, you've seen some of the Bugattis, some of the Rolls Royces, the Bentleys. I mean, some of these cars, there was even a Koenigsegg that was just left in the woods. I mean, that car could be worth a couple $1 million. As much as I can't believe it, I bet you guys can't either. Under Sharia law, which is observed across the vast majority of the Middle East, a non-payment of a debt is a criminal offense. The UAE has no bankruptcy laws, so there is no protection for those who fail to meet their car repayments. Also for people who fail to pay off their credit cards or default on their mortgage, even accidentally. Anyone who fails to make their payments faces imprisonment in the notoriously tough prisons of the United Arab Emirates. The Sharia-influenced debt offenses have even led Interpol to circulate red alerts to capture indebted Europeans attempting to flee the UAE. There have been previously recorded cases of foreign workers being prevented from leaving after being blacklisted for simply missing one credit card payment or even bouncing a single check. As a result, many expats are forced to abandon their lives to avoid jail time, often with the car keys still in the ignition. However, the spate of abandoned cars isn't just an exclusive tactic of expats on the run, but also of many locals as well. Sucked in by Dubai's richer-than-rich attitude is a dangerous game of keeping up with the Joneses. Speaking to Business Insider, one British expat who wished to go unnamed said, "It's not just the expats to blame for the irresponsible act of leaving expensive cars behind as they flee their debts, but many locals too. The aftermath of the global financial crisis affected people from all walks of life, not just foreign workers. Many took out big loans to finance flashy cars to keep up with their peers, but when things slowed down, they struggled trying to make the repayments, and they've even fallen into debt. Foreigners and locals have been called out alike. If there's one good thing to come from the UAE's abandoned car epidemic, it's that car lovers can at least pick up some phenomenal machines at discount prices. Owners of luxury cars impounded by police have 15 days to come and claim their vehicle before the car is auctioned off." Most of the cars are sold by the authorities for pennies on the dollar, and given that thousands of cars are auctioned off each year, there is at least an opportunity to get yourself a serious bargain. Just make sure you can afford the payments. Here in the West, it's hard to imagine anybody thinking that a person should go to prison for struggling to keep up with their debts. But then you also have to wonder about the destructive impact of a system that makes it so easy for people to get into that much debt in the first place. I think that's pretty much going to wrap this video up though. If you guys did enjoy, please slap a like on this video and drop a comment down below just saying anything. I love to talk to you guys. I replied to a lot of comments. I try to get to almost every single one. So yeah, hit me up in the comments section. Also, like I said, please check out my Patreon. The link is on the screen and it will be in the description. Maybe I'll even post it as a comment so you guys can see. That would be much appreciated. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. I think it was really cool. It was a fun one to make and definitely different. It was something, I feel like it's something that goes under the radar that not many people know about. I just happen to read about it because I'm into cars. But anyway, not to bore you and not to drag this video out forever. So thanks so much again for watching and I will see you in the next video. Later.